in the countdown to Christmas around here. We are counting it down until the day we get to put the star on the top. How about at your house? Have you guys noticed that things really start to get crazy this time of year? I mean, there's just so many fun things to do, like looking at Christmas lights, going to parties, wrapping presents, traveling to family's house, maybe you see some friends, so many fun things, maybe some phone calls, thinking about presents, shopping for presents, hoping you get presents, all kinds of things to do this time of year. And that is beyond school life, your work life, and your family life. I kind of think of it like we are leveling up on our crazy, just taking it up a notch. Well, this time of year also makes me think about the very first Christmas. And though the first Christmas when Jesus was born and Christmas 2021 are very different, there are a few things that are the same. Now, y'all, that first Christmas, it was crazy. I mean, just think about it. Mary and Joseph had to travel a long way to the town of Joseph's family. And Mary was very pregnant. And they get there and it's mayhem. There are people everywhere and literally no vacancy. I mean, to amp it up the crazy, Mary and Joseph have to sleep in a cave with animals. And on top of that crazy, Mary goes into labor. I mean, the first Christmas was crazy. And one big difference between the first Christmas and Christmas 2021, besides the 2,000 years and sandal fashions, is that in the first Christmas story, Jesus is at the center of the story. And in the story of Christmas in 2021, I'm not so sure Jesus is at the center of our story. Today's story of Christmas and the story of God being with us is probably one that's not going to be told again and again. Jesus really is the reason for this season. And this time of year, we have to be more intentional about putting Jesus in the center of our story. I needed to work on this, so I challenged myself to keep Jesus with me all day long with all of my Christmas crazy. So here's what I did. I literally took Jesus out of the nativity and carried him with me all day long. Check this out. I learned a lot carrying around Jesus. Well, I learned three things, really. First, it was a lot harder than I thought to keep Jesus in the center of my mind than I thought it would be. Second thing I learned was that carrying around a physical representation of Jesus opened up tons of conversation. Third thing I learned, I have to be intentional about keeping Jesus in the center of Christmas. So guess what your challenge is? Your challenge is to keep Jesus in the center this year of your crazy Christmas story. Now, you can do that in a couple of ways. You can actually take Jesus out of one of your nativity sets or borrow him. Just be sure to tell somebody that you took their Jesus and carry him around with you. Or you could memorize scripture. Scripture is a great way to keep Jesus with you all the time. Or if you use a device a lot, you can change the screensaver to a reminder. Just something that you do every day. Add Jesus to it. Now, it's hard like I told you. But boy, it changes the whole game. And it's changing my Christmas story by having Jesus in the center of it. So, if you don't have access to a baby Jesus and you don't really want to borrow your grandma's baby Jesus, we do have some good news for you. We have some baby Jesuses you can pick up outside of the church in our outdoor bin. Those are for our local friends. But if you don't have a baby Jesus and you'd like to try it, you can just use about anything as just a symbol of Jesus and keep him close to you. Now, I can't wait to hear how Jesus is a part of your crazy Christmas story.